Hi, so this is the demonstration and the training video for the agent dashboard. The agents who will be using the Spark TG contact center solution, they will be presented with the credentials to log in into the portal. The portal's URL is, as you see on the top, telephonycloud.co.in/portal. And once they open this page, there will be user and password options. So the username primarily is the mobile number of the agent followed by the password that has been shared by the Spark TG team with them. Once they log in into the system, this is the screen that is visible to them. On this screen, what you see are various actions, various clickable buttons that can be used by the agent to do certain activities. Now, on the top right extreme side is what you see as the logout button. This helps the agent to log out from the portal. This is not logging out from the telephony cloud, but logging out in case this is more like if you're in a shared resource, shared system, and you don't want your page to be visible to someone once you leave. So, this is logging out from that page. It does not reflect that you have made yourself offline or not available to take the calls. In case your status at that point of time when you logged out was available, you will still continue to be available, right? Moving on to next settings, which is just to allow the agent to change the password, name of the agent, followed by the status of the agent. So there are multiple statuses for the agent that the agent can choose from: available, break, meal break, short break, training break, quality feedback, TL feedback, after call work, ACW, offline. So an agent who's on an online mode, available mode, can choose from different breaks. For example, I choose training right now. So at the time of break, the agent would not be receiving any inbound call. So that's the reason why these breaks are there. Not only that, also the breaks helps the admin understand what are the offline timings that the agent has taken and what are the reasons for those offline timings. So this comes very clearly in the agent reports that populates on the admin dashboard. Starting from the box on the right hand side, this is the last call that was attended by the agent. Now this could be an outbound or an inbound call. Now if we see down below, this was actually an outbound call. This is the same number. It was an outbound no answer call that the agent had made. The transaction ID of this agent is here. So this transaction ID is helpful in case agent wants to report some issue to their supervisor or the admin of the service with respect to the discussion that happened over the call. And also in case they want to report some issue to Spark TG, this actually helps them do that. Down below you can see the details of that call. This is the last call, this was the number, timer. Now agent can block this caller by clicking here. So once they click here, they've been asked for the reason why they would want to block that call. They can edit the caller details. So for example, I save it Spark TG inbound number and product interested contact center. So what form you see over here is something that has been created by the supervisor of your service. So in case you want any change in your form, so then this can be edited by the supervisor of your service. Any call that is not currently live, there are three actions that can be still done with that call, which is putting a follow up. So I can put a follow up with this number. Say I put a follow up of 7:20 p.m. and I save. So the call will be automatically made to me at 7:20. I can send an SMS to this number. So if I need to send the address or account number or EMI amount, whatever I need to send. So this is a custom SMS that I can send to this particular contact. I can create a note with this contact. So these are predefined notes that are there for this service. These notes can be as per your service, which are again defined by the supervisor of your service. So I put it as a product demo to client, and I save it. Now the middle box that you see on the top is making an outbound call. So I can input a number here and I initiate an outbound call. The moment I initiate an outbound call, this is the notification that I get. I answer the call if required, or I hang up the call that comes on my phone, right? So you saw there was a change in screen at the time the call was being tried. So we will do this exact demo after we're done with the understanding of this portal. On the extreme left, you see is the missed call section. So these are the number of total missed calls for the service. Recent missed are the numbers of the callers who called up the service, but nobody has yet followed up with them. Once you click on this button, a call is initiated to the recent missed call list number, and first the call is received by the agent, then to the customer, and then both are bridged. In case the customer answers, it moves out of these missed call buckets. In case the customer doesn't answer, it shifts to the tried ones bucket. So once you empty the recent missed, you can go ahead and empty the tried ones, and the movement of the number happens uh, according to the times it has been tried by the agents of the service, not this particular agent alone, by any of the agent of the service. Underneath, what you see is a table that shows the agent's recent calls. So these are the recent calls. In case I want to save some details and I missed to save, I can do that over here. Like I was saving the details for this number and I needed to update these details, so I can do it here. Right? This is the timestamp for that call, duration, missed by, received by. So in case a call has been answered by any other agent or missed by any other agent, that will also be shown here. And then finally, if you are one of the point of contact for that particular caller, what was the call for? So the note that has been saved by the caller and that recording of the 001234546447. So now we'll see the call getting matured. So now that I, as an agent, have answered the call is being tried to the service. And meanwhile, as I'm talking to the customer, if required, I can update the details of the contract. So I can see what details have been saved against the form in this particular call. And now I'll try the call again to show you the actions of the first three buttons that you see here. So while the call is on and I'm with the customer and customer's answered, I can put the call on hold. So at that time, the customer is hearing the music. I can transfer the call to the any other agent who is logged in and available in the service. I can select between blind and attended. Blind is call transfer. The moment I select the agent, I move out of the particular call and the new agent joins in. Attended is the customer is put on hold and I speak to the next agent, give a brief, and then the moment I hang up, the customer gets connected. Add call is another similar feature that allows you to add any other agent or admin to the call. Right? Now you can see the recordings here received by, these were the matured calls, so that's why you see the green icons here. Right? Any call which is missed is red, out arrow is outbound, in arrow is inbound. Followed up, we'll just refresh here, is actually allowing you to schedule a call again at another time. I can send an SMS and I can save the note. So these are the primary notes, and if there is an arrow against any note, so if you see lead generation has an arrow, existing has an arrow, as to caller, so these notes will be as per the service. If I click on any particular note which is has an arrow, a sub note would be showing. So if I save, say, sub note training demo, and I then put in the details, demo training video, so now this would get saved in the reports for that call, which actually helps the admin of the service to understand what a particular call was for. Right, now we can go to the reports of the agent. Now if we look at the report section of the agent, so what you see here is more to understand how you are faring against the other agents of the service. Right, so if there were total 9 calls for the inbound calls for the service, one was answered by the agent who's looking at the report, how many missed, how many hours. So these are different tools that help you understand that. This is the breakup of the breaks and the login time for if the agent is setting. So the pie would show different colors. Then there is this handle time outbound, inbound in comparison to the service for the agent. So how much is the agent's time and then how much is the service time, hold time, pickup time. So these are all comparative graphs according to the service. Now these are the different follow-ups that the agent has put. What you see on the right hand side is the follow-ups that have been put against different numbers. So there is a time on which that follow-up has been put, the number, what is the reason for which. So in case the call has been done again or any other reason the agent wants to delete these follow-ups, he can go ahead and delete the follow-up. So I can proceed and I can just delete this follow-up. I can also edit the time of this follow-up. Say I want to now schedule it for tomorrow. I can do that as well. So this will not show in today's list, but it will show in tomorrow's list. Right? So these are the calendar. This is the calendar filter. For example, if I want to know what I did on 14th, what was my outbound compared to the others in every detail that is pertaining to my service, I can do that out of 24 hours. For 10 hours I was logged in, for 13 hours I was logged out. I haven't chosen any break, which is why the break graph is not appearing here. Now going to the CDR report, I click on this. So this is the CDR report, which is actually the call detail report for the agent, and the filter here is only for me. I can see my inbound, outbound transfer whisper calls. I can see the dispositions, answer, no answer. So if I want to see how many outbound calls did I make which were answered in last 7 days, I can just put that filter and I can see that count here and the details of the number here with the recording and with every detail. If I also want to see the CRM entries that have been saved against these numbers, I can just go here and select these details and I just display it. So if I scroll a little on the right hand side, you will be able to see if I've saved any details, this would show accordingly, right? I can go ahead and put a filter with duration also. So for example, I want to understand which all of my calls were greater than say 180 seconds. So I have these call records here. Then I can download the report that has actually populated in the front after the multiple filters or without any filter. So once I click on this particular icon here, the report gets downloaded in the Excel format. So now to go back to my report, I just click on go back to my dashboard. I've clicked on go back, and this is the details. So if any inbound call is coming which has the entry saved against it, the screen that is visible is particularly the one that carries the details of the customer. Thank you.